Skipton, Yorkshire. In the town square, there's two religious orders under one roof. It hasn't always been that way. It used to be one large order, but there was a bit of a falling out amongst the monks, so they split it down the middle. The one side became St Leonard's and the other side became St Mary's. Now, Jucundus, it's a lovely name, Jucundus was a monk in St Leonard's, the order of St Leonard's. And how Jucundus ever came to be a monk is a mystery. Because he was a huge bloke, he was jolly, he was merry, he loved his food, he loved his drink, he loved life. And most of all, he loved the fair that used to come to Skipton every July. Well, it was July and the fair had come to Skipton. Jucundus went to his cell for his usual 2 hours horizontal contemplation, which they all used to have in the afternoon. And he could hear the fair going on outside. And this feeling, it just grew inside him. It welled up and welled up till he couldn't contain it any longer. He got up. He went to the prior's office. He helped himself to the money out of the poor box and slipped out the side and went to the fair. Well, there was loads going on. There was an ox roast. So he ate beef and he drank ale. There was a big roast. He ate pork and he drank ale. He had all sorts of food and he drank ale with a lot. He drank a lot of ale. By the evening, well, he found him on a seesaw. But Jucundus was a huge bloke, and there was 2 blokes on the other end, and they were going up and down. Jucundus was having a great time. He started to sing, "In Dolce Jubilo." And, you know, and it was either the 33rd or 34th time, I ain't sure, he was going up when he saw 2 monks from St Leonard's coming with a barrow. And he said, "Come on, brothers, come and join the fun." But they hadn't come to join the fun. They'd come to take Jucundus back. So they loaded him on the barrow and they wheeled him back. The prior's court was convened immediately. And he was charged with taking the contents of the poor box, leaving the monastery without permission, and indulging in the sins of the flesh. But all through his trial, Jucundus was singing, "In Dolce Jubilo." He may have got away with it if he hadn't kept singing, but, well, he was sentenced to be bricked up in an alcove in the cellar. Now, they weren't totally inhumane. They did put in with him a freshly baked loaf of bread and a fresh jug of water. And all the time they were bricking him up, he was singing, "In Dolce Jubilo." Well, when they'd finished, it was all dark in there, and of course, Jucundus had a drink, so he fell asleep. But when he woke up, he wasn't too sure where he was. He got up to his feet and he stumbled and he crashed through the wall into St Mary's. And, well, you'd think, you know, that it had been noticed in St Mary's, but St Mary's was a silent order. So nobody ever thought to ask him what he was doing there. He just joined the order and carried on. And, well, I ain't saying St Leonard's was a Buckwitz, you know, but it was better than St Mary's. St Mary's, I mean, at least there was plenty of food and drink in St Leonard's, but in St Mary's it was gruel and wheat beer. Well, he was made cellarer, looking after, and his job was to, you know, get the beer ready and take it up to the monks when they had the gruel to wash it down with. Of course, a year soon goes. It was July again, and the fair came to Skipton. Well, Jucundus, he could hear the fair going on outside and he really wanted to go, but there was no way out of St Mary's. So he decided if he couldn't join them in the flesh, he'd join them in spirit anyway. He went down to the cellar. Now, apart from the weak beer, there was the fine spirits that was there for the abbot and his guests. And he started on that. And pretty soon, he was really in the swing of things. He was there singing, "Indulge you below." Well, the monks upstairs had had the gruel and they were waiting for the beer. But of course they couldn't complain because, you know, it was a silent order. So they showed the disapproval in the only way they could by banging the cutlery on the tables. In the end, somebody was sent down to see what was going on, and there was Jucundus drunk. So the prior's court was convened, and he was sentenced to be bricked up in an alcove. And even St Mary's weren't that inhumane, you know. They put in with him a freshly baked loaf of bread and a fresh jug of water. Again, he sang all through his trial, and then he was singing as they bricked him up. They finished bricking him up. Now, next door at St Leonard's, it was a very sad day because the abbot had died, and they were trying to figure out who was going to take his place. When the cellarer in St Leonard's came down, he could hear this noise very loud. "Indulge jubilae." Went over to the wall and listened, and he could plainly hear it through the wall. It was Jucundus. He ran up and told his brother monks, "Quick, Jucundus." So they came down and they fetched the wall down, and there was Jucundus. He was a little bit thinner than the last time they seen him. He'd lost a bit of weight, but the bread was still warm and the water was still fresh. Well, they looked at this as a miracle. They needed a new abbot, so what else could they do but make Jucundus the abbot of St Leonard's? He was the abbot of St Leonard's for a long, long time. And during those years, you know, it was known as an happy time at St Leonard's, because they did go to the fair. They used to go and they used to do miracle plays to raise money for the poor. And this is a case of the black sheep becoming the good shepherd. So, there you go.